Oh, we ain't going to chat.
Oh, yeah.
No chat. Hi, guys.
Alright.
Richard. No, we can't see the stream.
Yeah, just a minute. Right, okay.
Excuse me. Hey, guys. Richard.
And Amanda.
And Benjamin from the Poke family here again. We still don't have any chat.
Oh, sorry. You need to move that
There we go. Oh, poor Benjamin. There we go. There we go. There we go.
Magic.
Hey guys, I'm sorry we're late. Our house this week has been the house of illness. What?
I could see something behind us.
It's one of Benjamin's toys that I just chucked up there while we were getting ready. It's one of Benjamin's toys. So, we were horrendously unprepared for this live, and we almost considered cancelling it because, as you can probably tell from my coffee and eye meal, Benjamin's a little bit ill. We all got a little bit better. Then we did raid hour yesterday in the rain, which was a smart move, and started to get a little bit worse again today. So we almost cancelled it. We decided to go for it at the last minute, which is part of the reason why we're late. It takes a little bit of setting up. Not loads. We've got a ring light that lights us better. Otherwise you can't. Sometimes we go without it, but most of the time we put it up because you guys can see it better. But that's why we're late. So, let's...
Happy Thanksgiving, America!
I don't think any Americans are going to be watching, but
So?
I echo those sentiments.
Are we doing, you know that Christmas Day falls on Wednesday? Oh no, it's Thursday today, never mind, carry on as you were.
Oh, look at this.
You can tell that I'm brains at organisation, can't you?
So, the event that, it started, last night for us at 9 p.m, 1 p.m. PDT. It's little Benjamin's not feeling very well himself.
Say hello.
It could be that this live is an extremely short one, guys. We'll try and get some stuff in. And we'll try and... oh, that's a computer, isn't it, Benjamin?
There we go.
Is that a computer? You want to play with it? Could there be Pokemon in that computer?
There are Pokemon, I can see them.
There are. So last night, the whole special super effective week ended. I was hoping for more out of that, if I'm honest. I was hoping for more. Are we missing chat? There are people, but nobody is saying anything. Oh, there we go.
Mr. Shatby, hi!
Hey, Mr. Shatby, thank you so much for breaking the like button. You always do, and I appreciate it a great deal. I was hoping for more from the super effective week, if I'm honest. Something a little bit more educational for the more casual fan that will teach them at least the basics. And because I don't know whether Niantic are planning for Team Rocket, the Team Go Rocket stuff, to be almost like an end game type thing, like a challenge to overcome. Because I am okay. I can successfully manage it. I can, it took me 2 attempts to beat Giovanni, and I used the same team with no power-ups. It was just timing that was different. And I know about counters. I know the ins and outs. I know what's weak, resistances, etc. I can figure out. I don't know them off by heart, but I can figure out what moves a Pokemon has available, etc. Most casual players don't have that knowledge. Most casual players sometimes struggle to differentiate between the type of a Pokemon and the type of a move that the Pokemon owns. So I was hoping that Super Effective Week was going to be a little bit more educational. It was just like a week where they could increase spawns on a few things. It was a bit strange and a little bit, but this is a little bit more interesting. The Friends Week thing, the increase in family themed Pokemon. So no new shiny releases, but it does put female Nidoran back into the pool of increased spawns, because when they released shiny female Nidoran, it wasn't around for very long, a couple of days, and I don't have one. I'm hoping to get one, so that's pretty cool. But the interesting thing for me is double special trades. Anything that increases the amount of special trades is pretty amazing. You can trade multiple shinies with friends. You can re-roll legendaries with friends. People have got bags full of legendaries these days. Bags full of legendaries they don't want to throw away. They want to try and trade them off to people for a decent chance of it being good or whatever. I reckon that that's a pretty good thing. And an extra attack boost. So that means that the theories about Terrakion needing like 4 people to be comfortable, that'll be reduced a little bit this week. It should be a little bit easier. And it did seem like it was a little bit easier yesterday during raid hour. There were a few groups that went in with a smaller amount of people and they still managed fine. Didn't they?
They did.
So that's good.
I was in one of them. There was only about 8 in our group.
That's good. I'm so sorry, guys. Excuse me. Is Benjamin playing Pokemon?
He is.
Are you playing Pokemon Go? Benjamin has caught a Pokemon on my account. I had him in the sling and I had his arm out. He wanted his arm out, and there was a Pokemon on my screen. I was going to catch it, and he touched my screen and threw the ball by accident. The Pokemon got hit by the ball, and it actually caught it. I was really, really impressed. Really, really mega super impressed.
Oh, there's a Magnemite.
Oh, darling.
Okay, pass it back.
It's just not feeling very well, are you, darling?
Oh,
Not feeling
hello.
very well. You are interested, though, aren't you? You are interested.
Oh, darling.
Oh, well.
Come here.
So,
Come on.
the next thing that I want to talk about on this stream, guys, is Terrakion himself. Now, this is the second Pokemon from the Swords of Justice group of legendary Pokemon in Pokemon Go. However, Cobalion, the first one, the one that looked like a goat, the steel fighting type, wasn't so good. Most steel types in Pokemon Go are very defense heavy. It's difficult to come across one that, well, in all Pokemon, not just Pokemon Go, that has really heavy attack stats. Now, in the main series, defensive Pokemon have got real uses, so like Cobalion might actually be quite good in certain circumstances in the main series. In Pokemon Go, with the advent of trainer battles and PvP, kind of sometimes they can be okay, but the main thing that people use Pokemon for in Pokemon Go is raiding, maybe gym battling, etc. And Terrakion, however, he's pretty good. As far as rock types are concerned, Smackdown and Rock Slide, he slides in just below Rampados as being the best rock type. Now, what comes out as being the best these days is debatable when you are looking at pure DPS or total damage output. That stuff needs to be taken into consideration, but depending on what you want to do in the raid. So Terrakion really is worth raiding and doing a bunch of raids with.
Have you got his rabbit? Because he wants to eat something. He's trying to eat my... Hi, darling.
This is one of the reasons why we considered not doing this live, because he's been very frantic.
He has.
Aren't you, sweetheart? Oh, darling. He's just not feeling very well, guys. He's a bit itchy. He's, there we go. That might be a bit better. Hey? The tricks of being a mummy.
David says, Benjamin isn't happy. He could be a YouTube star.
It could be a YouTube star. He is a YouTube star, as far as I'm concerned. He's a super YouTube star, better than all the rest of the Poke family. Not that we're YouTube stars. There's a few things on YouTube.
Oh, Benjamin.
Oh, darling. Oh, darling.
I'm going to have to take you upstairs.
Oh, sweetheart.
Daddy needs to talk. He does.
I'm sorry, darling.
Are you
I
going
am
to go
sorry.
upstairs then?
I am sorry.
Are you going to go upstairs? Alright. Let me...
Sorry guys, it's just going to be just me for a while.
I'll leave my phone here so that you can do...
Okay.
Let me...
Well, Benjamin's not feeling very well. I'm sorry, guys. Normally it's a two-person show. Amanda normally joins in.
A minute while I grab it. While I get my pen. Is that close enough?
Yeah.
So,
There we go.
Super.
See you in a bit, guys. See you in a bit, Benjamin.
See you in a bit, Daddy.
Oh, let's move over. So, yeah. Terrakion. Let me just move this a bit closer now. Terrakion is actually worth doing, guys. Unlike Cobalion, let me just shiny check this. Not a shiny. Unlike Cobalion, which has limited use, I think Terrakion is actually a really good Pokemon for you guys to go and get. I was lucky enough yesterday to drop on and get a 96%er, which is there, which is on the list to level up. So yeah, I think today, guys, I'm going to aim for today's show to be a little bit quicker than usual. Normally we go for about half an hour to 45 minutes on this sit down and talk live. I think today we're going to go a little bit shorter. We're all unwell, and so I think we're going to move straight to guess the Pokemon. The pool this week is Zapdos, Articuno, Moltres, Groundon, and Kyogre. Amanda has left me her phone. I don't really like doing this. I don't like touching other people's accounts. But it's ready. You know what? I'll be nice and I'll shiny check this for it's not shiny. So, if you're watching and you want to make a guess, it's nearly the end of the year, guys. We're nearly in December now. There's going to be a league champion. Whoever's earned the most points throughout the year is going to be the Poke Family champion for 2019. Amanda will add it all up. I've got low battery. Why have I got low battery? I'm going to do this quickly, guys. The computer is plugged in. I'm going to do it quickly before I run out of charge. I don't know why there might be a problem with the wire. Let's do this quickly. I'm really sorry about this, guys. Here we go. I'm going to open up. She got an Articuno. I got a Kyogre. No shinies. My computer's saying I'm nearly out of charge, and I don't know why. It's plugged in. There we go. It's plugged in, David. It's plugged in. But there's something wrong with it. There's something wrong with the wire or the connection. I see what is wrong. There we go. I rushed for no reason. I'd asked Amanda to plug that in as I was setting things up, and she said, yeah, I'll do that. And she didn't. So I'm really sorry I rushed that, guys. I panicked. I thought I was going to run out of charge and the stream was going to end. Streaming on this laptop burns through crazy charge. We have to plug it in. Even at 100%, we have to plug it in for it to do it. It's all the apps that we use, the screen grab apps, etc., OBS and all that stuff, just burns through charge like crazy. So Amanda's has been caught. Not great IVs. Not great IVs at all. Yeah, it's all been a bit frantic this week. We've all been so ill. We've tried to keep up with the stuff that we usually do in Pokemon Go. At least the raid hour, at least this live. And I did the Team Go Rocket stuff at the weekend. We tried to keep up. We're trying to keep up with it, but it's been difficult with us being ill, and that's not great either. That's been really difficult. So something else to talk about. I don't know how things are going for you guys with Wayfarer, but for us, things are going okay. Pokestops are starting to appear. Since Wayfarer went in, I've had this Pokestop put in. This is something that I put in and got it passed. There was another Pokestop, a park near a place that we go weekly that I've had put in. There's just up this road past the gym here. You see this gym that I'm clicking on? There's a bit of art on the wall, like really old art from like the 19th century, where there was a brewery up that road, and the art still remains on the wall. That has today gone through and has been accepted as a way spot. And I've got a bunch of other stuff that's nearby in Wayfarer, so it's going really well. My stuff seems to be going through quite well, so I seem to have got a good handle on what works as a Pokestop and what doesn't work as a Pokestop. So yeah, it's going really well. I don't know whether it's going all right for you guys. Amanda has had a couple passes, she's had a few fail, mainly because it looks like the images. So a piece of advice for you guys: when you take an image of for a Pokestop, make sure that you take it from the right angle, because we've had stuff fail claiming that it's on other people's property when it isn't. It's in a public place. But because of the image, it looks like everything in England, in the UK, is quite close together. We're quite a small island. So, like, there'll be doorways into, like, I don't know, into, like, alleyways, or doorways into sheds or whatever that aren't really people's houses. And it looks like the Pokestop submissions are on people's property when they're not. Amanda put a Pokestop submission over in Doncaster near our friend's house, a plaque for a neighbourhood watch that's like on the road, next to the road. And because the Pokestop submission picture had someone's car in it, they turned it down. So that's something to keep in mind, guys. Had somebody's car in it, there was a partial license plate, and whoever reviewed it turned it down. So that's something to take into consideration, guys. Let's shiny check this Eevee, and for Amanda as well. Why not? Not a shiny. But so for us, for me, things are going all right. For Amanda, just a little bit more practice with the photos. But conversely, Amanda took the Wayfarer test to do the reviewing and got through it first time, and I failed it the first time. So, and I think part of that was I had the baby on my knee, and he started to get a bit upset halfway through the test. So I rushed the second half of the test, because his mother was upstairs, and I shouldn't have. I should have just put it down and come back to it later. That's what I should have done. So, guys, I know it's been a relatively short one. I know we've kind of rushed through it, and we've only done a little bit of talking about what's going on in Pokemon Go. But we've done Guess the Pokemon. We've actually jumped on them live, even though we're really quite ill. So I think I'm going to drop the live right now. I'm going to end the live, and we'll see you guys in the next stream. And I'm really sorry it's been a short one, and I'm really sorry that we were late. I'll see you guys in the next stream.